Welcome to Virtual Concert Hall's live music channel. I'm James Welch, your host for today's show. We are connecting musicians and audiences in real-time performances and music news from around the globe. We have an exciting show here for you today, and before we begin, I'd just like to say this excitement tends to take on a life of its own, and if you feel like you want to join that excitement, feel free to leave a comment in any of the social media platforms that we are streaming on. We're on all of them there. If you leave a comment or a question, one of our tech wizards can put it up on the screen and we can answer it. So even if you just want to check in and say hello, we'll say hello back. You have a question, we'll do our best to answer it, and we'll all have a great time here together. So, connect, comments, all that. Okay, so today's program consists of a mix between our artist portrait and laureate ensembles. Why that mix? Because we are blessed with the wonderful privilege of having the director for this season's Laureate Flute Choir with us today. She's a wonderful musical artist, the fabulous Rita D'Arcangelo. And there she is, Rita. Hello. Rita graduated in flute with honors at the Conservatory of Music La Danube Lazio in Pescara, Italy. She then graduated also at the Royal Northern College of Music in Manchester, the International Academy of Music in Milan, and the Hochschule für Musik in Mannheim. Rita studied with Sir James Galloway for many years, and following master classes of the Weges Flute Festival in Switzerland, where she won the gold Nagahara $14,000 flute head joint in 2008, and then was invited back as a guest artist in 2016 and 2019. She's first prize winner in numerous international competitions. She made her debut as soloist in 2011 at Carnegie Hall in New York, and she's one of the few flautists to have in her repertoire the Concerto Pastoral by Rodrigo. She's recorded albums and played on radios and with symphonies all over the world. Currently head of the Department of Orchestral Instruments, where she is also guest professor at National Tsinghua University in Taiwan, and also a member of the jury for the Grammy Awards of Recording Academy in the United States. She holds master classes in Japan, Europe, and the US, and so many other wonderful things. We could go on and on and on about that, but we want to hear more from Rita. She's just wonderful. It's great to have you here. How are you today?
Very well. Great to be here. Thank you. Wonderful time.
Yes, wonderful to have you. And this opening scene that we just showed, was a recording of yours that we had from your YouTube channel, and you're performing an arrangement of Debussy's Petite Suite, and was that at the Academy for Music Berlin?
Yes, exactly. This is
Yeah.
where I teach. One of the school where I teach, and it was a wonderful project a few years ago. Together with Walter Seifert, which was time still in the Berlin Philharmonic, now is retired, and Yaung Xie, the pianist, which is my colleague in the school, and Walter also is teaching at the school. So it was very nice combination. And they asked to make this video as a promotion in a way of the new possibility of this new academy in Berlin. So it was really a special time and wonderful memories.
That's wonderful. So it was more of like a recruitment promo.
Kind of, yes, and about the school, about the new possibility. There's new university in Berlin, because there are many schools, of course, that this is a private, so but it's since 4 years now, so it's quite new in a way.
Wonderful. Yeah. So all those images and scenery videos that they had included, was that just all with the university and Berlin?
Yes, and then the city as well.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, the directors did a beautiful job, and of course, you all played really well. I mean, it was just a beautiful performance, and what a great tribute and promo for the university.
And wonderful piece as well. Yeah, music. The arrangement is great, really well made as well.
That was neat. I've heard a few different arrangements of that over the years, and I mean, it's traditionally done originally as a piano four-hands duet. And yeah, I mean, we always joke it's the Petite Suite, but it's not a petite project. I forget how the joke went, but not as easy as it sounds. But if you work hard and make it sound right, then it sounds little. It sounds petite, and I'm sure that was probably the case with putting that together with your ensemble.
So between the flute and Carlin, there were some issues we need to rehearse because it was not so easy to be together. Yeah, it's true. It's petite, but not really petite as it is. Yeah, in every arrangement.
Indeed. Now, what was it like filming? We know what it's like performing, but was it different? Was it a different experience filming, or was that a recording session, or was it a live performance they filmed?
Yes, the both. We played the performance, the film, and also we did an extra take that just for the camera again, and because they're different cameras, and then they choose from the front camera and the back camera, and then they mixed it. So we played a couple of times, and then they choose probably the best cuts they could find.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it was quite exciting.
What was that experience like filming?
Very nice. I mean, I'm always open to new adventure. No, I did before many recordings like audio, even when I was back in orchestras, orchestra musician, then as soloist. So I was more used to that. So video was something new in a way. I mean, we did some TV show with the orchestras when I was working in Japan, but that's different because you play and they film. And but when you play solo, of course, they tell you, okay, maybe uh, have this position, and also it was quite very interesting, new experience for me.
Definitely, yes. I've recorded before, and I've always felt like it's almost harder to do the recording than it is the live performance. Um,
Absolutely, I agree, 120%.
you're listening to yourself more. You're judging yourself a little bit harder sometimes, and it's like every wrong note just seems that much more amplified. At least when I was doing it. I was trying to do a recording of one of the Liszt Hungarian Rhapsodies a few years ago, and
Right.
it was some interesting session that I had.
It's very interesting. That's why sometimes, for example, when some musicians prefer to have just live, or maybe if they have, let's say, a concert with orchestra, no, you play as soloist, and then maybe the Tom Meister, the recording engineer, to record the general rehearsal, and then the performance, and then they choose the best. That is really, you can say, really live in a way because
Oh
it's
wow! Oh, so
yeah.
you did the performance last?
Yes, because
It,
first we
oh,
so that's
oh well. I bet you were really warmed up for the performance by then. That's wow, wow. Yeah, that's another um, intense way to do it. Do you have any words of wisdom that you'd like to share for students that are recording audition videos? Because I mean, we have a lot of that here, and I'm sure you have a lot of video submissions for the university as well. And if you had one or two things to say about recording a video, what would you share with everybody?
yes, that's very good question. For example, of course, if you are doing a video like for an audition, for example, this is the case, or for orchestra audition, or for school, sometimes for this wonderful project Carnegie Hall that we are talking about. I advise to make some rehearsal before. For example, you say, okay, I prepared this piece, and then maybe I try to make a performance for your teacher, your friends, and then try to do also like a rehearsal recording, maybe a day before, 2 days before, and see what happens. Because when you, for example, when I practice and then I make a recording, even with mobile phone or something of myself, and then I listen, so I discover so many things that I don't think that exist. Hey, and imagine yourself, you're wonderful, or maybe you're critical, but then when you record yourself, it's objective. There is no room for interpretation, or for guessing. So you listen and you learn so much on without jokes now. Really, you can learn so much, and then you can take measure. So maybe if they have the chance to do like a pre-recording to listen themselves, even just audio, but video would be also very nice. So they see how they move on stage, how they are on stage.
Yeah,
Uh, this especially actually if you apply for a school, music school, they take care of all these details. So I really would recommend that you know what you are doing, and then you go for the real one. For
yeah,
example, let's say that you have to book a place to do it, so that you don't really waste this possibility. If you know already what you have to do, you're very organized. I think this can be very helpful at any stage. If you have younger or more advanced or amateur, whatever.
yeah.
You want to
That's
get the best of the experience, normally.
that's great advice. I mean, make practice recordings, and I remember the old days too, where I used to take a tape recorder to the lesson, and halfway through the lesson, I have to take the tape out, flip it over, and put it back in, and because you only get 30 minutes on the tape, and until they came out with the 45-minute tapes, and
Right.
then even then, now it's like you just go in there, and it's like, hello, I got a phone here, and I'm gonna record for 20 years before I run out of space, and
It really changed the world. It's incredible, yeah. It's incredible. This is
yeah,
yes.
it's so much easier now too. But yeah, it is such a valuable tool, like you're saying, and that's wonderful advice. And thank you for that. I mean, speaking of auditions, we have the fortunate pleasure of having you as our laureate flute ensemble director this summer at Carnegie Hall, and that's going to be quite exciting. And you've directed flute choirs throughout your career?
Well, I did with my students,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always very exciting. And because you can do, of course, there are some original repertoire, but most of the time it's arrangements of probably standard repertoire, and it can be very, very nice. Very a lot of interesting possibility. And also, as a flutist, we sometimes we have the feeling, oh, we can be like a string orchestra, or we can be like an orchestra. It's very nice, and the music can be very rewarding as well. Especially for this project, I think the program is very nice. We choose very wonderful masterpieces that we can try to perform at our best with flutes. Will be Mozart, will be Tchaikovsky, will be Grieg, and then even some new pieces written for this occasion, which is we're very fortunate to have like a world premiere.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
Um,
for Joseph Russo, yeah, and he's actually he sent me the score yesterday. I'm fresh live to look. I'm very excited now to look the new music.
Wonderful. So, I mean, what makes a flute choir extra special? I guess that was my question, but I think you answered it already, and that is that. I mean, the flutes can sound like other instruments and play arrangements of pieces that are not normally for flutes.
Yeah,
I mean, am I?
we try of course maybe we don't have the power of a cello, let's say, but we can have different color, but it can sound very nice. It's very special combination in because it's the same kind of instrument, uh,
Mhm.
timbro of the instrument, but yes, it's a very special
Yeah.
sounds.
I mean, there's different types of flutes, different sizes of flutes,
Right.
and yeah, all that. I mean, will you plan to use any of these different flutes as part of the ensemble for Carnegie, or?
Yeah, sure. There is a possibility. I mean, if people play this instrument that they would like to join us with the alto flute or bass flute, they are very
Mhm.
welcome because
Yeah.
the score allows to play with the with the just the soprano flute, or there is the part especially for alto flute or bass flute.
Mhm.
So sure, it will be very 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 exciting if But of course, when they need people that they played a little bit the instrument. The,
Of course, yeah. Yeah, those instruments are rare, but I mean it's fun to see them in action. I mean the huge bass flute with the curve, and
exactly.
the long alto flute, and it's just all these different colors and sounds.
Wonderful. So I really make an invitation to people that maybe already played in flute choir and would like to have this new experience, and that will lead to a performance Carnegie Hall.
Oh,
It's
that would
fantastic.
be great.
So
Yeah. Well, we have our application deadline here of
right.
November 15th, and the excerpts are on the webpage, and we're going to show those in a little bit. But I mean, would you be open to hear? You mentioned you'd be open to hearing people on different flutes, and uh,
Yes,
so
absolutely.
I mean, they could potentially bring those flutes to the audition.
Yes, absolutely. Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I mean, I
Yes,
think that would be a really neat thing to have to just display the flutes, and um, just yeah, it makes everything special that way.
absolutely.
This is fascinating, and uh, let's. I'd like to go show our website for a minute here, and we can talk about how you would apply for this ensemble here. So here's our website, progressivemusicians.com. And this is also on the Sound Espressivo competition website. We are dual sponsors here. But if you go to Progressive Musicians homepage, and we have laureate ensembles, and you can see we have many different ensembles you can apply for. But today is special because today is flute, and we have the wonderful Rita here. But you go here, all the information's here. We have our deadline for the application, and you just submit a video of yourself playing anything for this pre-screening. It's once you've read through everything. Oh, where is it? Let's scoot down here. Here's the application. You apply. You put the video link of yourself in there, and then you send it, and then we get back to you. And we have all of our important dates here. So apply by the 15th, and then we will let you know before December 15th. And then we have live auditions online in February, so that we can just listen to you all play the excerpts. Now, these online auditions will include excerpts, and I'm trying to find this here where we do have the excerpts.
Yes,
All right, here they are. Yeah. So you click on that here and comes up. Oh, there's the excerpts. Yep. You just click on it and it's like, then you know exactly what to practice here, and you bring that to the audition and play. And all of our auditions are streamed live online. So they get to work with you, and they almost get like a mini workshop, don't they?
Absolutely, this is very exciting as well for me. Yeah, that to have the chance to work intensively. Yeah, like 2 days really will be very intense. Then the third day with the rehearsal at Carnegie Hall, and then the concert. It was fantastic. I think fantastic
Yeah.
chance.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and that's gonna be great. And now, any words of wisdom that you might be able to share about preparing these auditions?
Well, I mean, always never forget to keep the joy of playing the flute, which is why we start. So even when it comes to preparing competition audition, always keep in mind to keep this very fresh in yourself. And also the except actually they are very beautiful. They are very melodic as well, so it's nice. It's not
Yeah.
like to practice like some very short piece. It's few lines of Mozart, Eine kleine Musik, which is one for music, and
Mhm.
that's part of Greek with Morning Moon. So it's really, I'm sure they will enjoy. And for the free piece, for the first stage, they are really free to choose whatever they feel it's the more loved piece that they can show better what they can do and what is about, for them to play the flute or what they would like to come. So they can really choose what the best possibility for them.
Wonderful. Yep. So it's amazing. Sometimes, we get the question all the time. It's like, well, what do you want to hear in an audition? What are you looking for? Or I direct a lot of musicals, and people ask, how do you want me to sing it? Yeah, and what character are you looking for? And I always tell them it's like share share the very best representation of yourself as a musician,
Yeah,
and
great.
and something great will come through. And it's many times it's the best surprise, I think, is that we don't know what we're looking for until we've heard it.
Right.
And sometimes we have an idea. I mean, we don't go in there completely dumbfounded. Feel like, what are we going to hear today? But yeah, it's really the whole package here. So as part of the audition, it's streamed live. You get a mini workshop with the fabulous maestro here, and you get in the very least some words of wisdom on how to make improvements and how to do auditions better. And additionally, we have a special thing that we offer with our auditions. It's this platform that we're streaming on isn't like your typical Zoom platform, as I'm sure all of our viewers recognize when they watch this. But it can be a little tricky to set up too once in a while, as we've experienced just this morning a little bit too. But we have special tech wizards that work behind the screen, behind the scenes on this, and they help get you all set up for that. And that's part of the audition package as well, is to learn how to get your equipment working the best way on our platform so you look and sound the best. And we have a short clip of how one of those sessions runs that we'd like to just show briefly.
Checks for your setup. I'm going to go through just a couple general things that we're going to ask everybody to do anyways. So if you guys could follow along, we have like the people here who are in the backstage area. Backstage area is like a separate room. And then before you get to this backstage, you will go into a green room, which is separate, where we're going to sound check you kind of last minute double checking that all your settings are the same, and then we will bring you to the backstage where you'll hear the performers and you'll be kind of fed into the stage. Yeah, we want to give people leniency and we want to give people room because with virtual setups, tech can fail, things can go wrong, and we have the green rooms we can send you back into if something does go wrong to make sure that everything runs smoothly, so that when you do perform, you have the best audio, you don't have connection issues, you don't lose half of your performance and things like that. We're here to make sure to guarantee that for you.
If your performance does fail, if your tech does fail, we will have another date set up for you to play another date or a bit later when we tech check you again.
Hi, sorry, it's Francesca and Valeria.
Hello.
It's two of us. Hi.
Hello.
2 and 1 here.
Okay, do you have an external mic?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you hit it? Yeah. Okay, nice. What instruments?
Voice. But we're different voice types though. So.
Okay, but you are both performing like in different.
Voice and piano.
Oh, voice and piano.
We will.
You can play piano. What's the problem?
No, I can't. It's me.
Let's hear some singing.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Does the microphone have a gain knob?
Yeah,
How high is it now?
it's like almost, I would say 10 to, like, because it's a round one.
10 o'clock? Okay. It looks pretty like far to the right?
Yes.
Let's take it down.
Down?
Like 20%.
Okay. You want to try now? That's down.
But that's the loudest. I mean.
That's the loudest. Perfect.
Or almost, I guess.
No. Can I hear you sing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the loudest note.
I would say similar settings, if not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of that loud note, I mean, do you have space to put it a bit further back? But not too much.
One more time?
Yeah.
Still out?
I mean, it's not a noticeable difference. Let's keep it where it is now. It's definitely not too loud for the mic.
Okay.
And it's not too soft. No worries about that. We'll do another check with the piano right before the performance.
So there's a look at like one of your typical tech sessions, and we have you test out all the cameras, the mics, and make sure that you're connected well to the internet and that you sound great. And if it's too loud, we turn you up and down, all the basics. And we didn't do too much with the camera there, but they had a great camera and great lighting. Sometimes we add lights, or whatever. We ask you to move to a different corner of the room, all that. But that's what our tech wizards do to help you look and sound your greatest. And that is all included with the audition package, in addition to the wonderful advice and wisdom that you get from Rita here, and all of our clinicians. It's just a big inclusive package, and it's all live streamed on our platforms, so your friends and family get to watch, your teachers get to watch, and even on those broadcasts, people can leave comments and encouraging words of wisdom and their praises for your playing and all that. So it's a very inclusive, all around inclusive broadcast, interactive. That's the word I'm looking for. Broadcast where we can just have a lot of fun together and learn a lot from each other. And I just going back to the audition process briefly, we talked about the auditions, but the gala itself is at the end of June. We have a 3-day intensive workshop with Rita in New York. You come in, you meet all of the players in the ensemble, you meet Rita, and you work for 3 days putting it together and making it sound amazing and have a great time. And we have a New York studio all set up for that, and you can spend some free time roaming New York and touring all the wonderful landmarks. And then at the end of the 3rd day, we have the culmination performance at Carnegie Hall with all of the auditioned ensembles, and that'll be July 1st. And we're very much looking forward to it. We have a vocal ensemble, we have strings. Oh, what else do we have? Guitars, and I'm gonna forget one. Castanets. That's gonna be a fun one, and I'm sure I'm leaving one out. Oh, all cellos, or that might be in April. But I mean, we have so much there. Just go on our website and look, and there's so many possibilities there for that performance. And our deadline is November 15th. So make sure that you apply by then. All of the details and regulations are on our website, including Rita's information. And if we could get Rita's website, there we go. Yeah, if you want to learn more about Rita and hear her wonderful playing and see some of her wonderful story, check out her website and her YouTube channel too. Just type in Rita D'Arcangelo topic and her YouTube channel comes up, and there's so many wonderful performances on there, and you get to hear the entire Petite suite there if you go to her channel. Rita, what do you say we look at some of these comments that we have? We have quite a few of them. If
Right.
we could put them up on the screen a little bit here. And I believe we had a few questions. And there we go. Rita is from Italy and Germany. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Italy, but I work and live in Germany. So I also start to play the flute in Italy. I did my first degree, then I went to study abroad, and then it happened in my life to work in several countries. Now, at the moment, I'm in Germany since 10 years, actually, in Berlin.
Wonderful. So did you grow up near Pescara?
Yes, Chieti is a small city, very near Pescara, exactly.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, I haven't been to that region of the country.
Oh, you should come. It's very beautiful.
I've seen many different beautiful parts of the country. I spent some time in Lucca, which was really nice. Puccini's hometown, and wonderful. And do we have any more comments or questions? Anything that we could put up there? Anyone wanted to say hello? Anna, my partner in crime here. Meet Rita, the music director, Carnegie. Feel free to comment and ask her questions. She will respond live on air. Yes, she will. That's just great. And we welcome the questions here, and thank you, Anna, for checking in and saying hello. But I believe that's all we have right now, and with the time that we have, we should probably start wrapping this up a little bit. And it's just been too much fun. We could go on for days. It was really great having you here today, Rita, and getting to know you, and you've shared some wisdom and advice with our audience. Do you have any more that you'd like to say to anyone who's considering auditioning?
Yes, please do, because it would be a wonderful experience. Because I see the way you're running this, the people involved, and this is so nice, everything, and the atmosphere, and so I think it will be a great learning experience for everybody. If you are a student, if you are also amateur, an adult that played the flute and would like to challenge a little bit to do a new experience. So I really would encourage to apply, to get through this wonderful experience, and to come to Carnegie Hall, hopefully. And we will have a great time, and I will give all my best, all the best I can to make this experience for you incredible.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's I mean, I want to apply, and I don't play the flute based on that. But I mean, yeah, apply, work with Rita for 3 days, perform at Carnegie Hall. Get a video of it, by the way. That's part of the package too. You
Right.
walk away, you have a video of yourself playing on stage with Rita directing, and it's just a really fun time that we have, and as well as many other press interviews and opportunities that come with the package, and it's all on our website there at progressivemusicians.com. And again, apply by the November 15th, and contact us with any questions on our platforms, or on our email, director at progressivemusicians.com, and we will get back to you. So Rita, you have on your website a list of all of your extensive albums that you've recorded, and where they're available, that you could go listen. And I've listened to some of them already, and I think they're just absolutely beautiful. And congratulations on all that. And I look forward to hearing all of them. And it's great at home music. It's great car music. It's great every time music. And so if you'd like to hear more from her, check out her website and her YouTube channel. We are, just to remind our audience, we are streaming on all of our platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Vimeo, all of them. And we could not do these broadcasts with all of our wonderful supporters. There's too many of them to say out loud, but they're all there, and they've all contributed greatly with prizes and advertisement and just overwhelming support for us and all of our musicians. And another shout out to all of the private teachers and families out there that keep this going as well. We would not have great musicians participating in these events if it wasn't for the wonderful dedication that the private teachers put in. And many of the private teachers don't get the credit they deserve, with going overtime with lessons, not getting paid to research repertoire, and working weekends and going to extra concerts. And it's really a labor of love in many ways, in addition to a career. And I'm sure Rita would agree with me there on that. We're always working around the clock here with that stuff. And I just want to recognize all the teachers for that, including Rita. And we have a wonderful team that helps make this broadcast possible. And behind the scenes today, we have Frane Rasinovich, who's just been a wonderful technical wizard, playing all these cards and videos for us. Thank you, Frane. We are live every day at 12 p.m. Eastern with new programs that portray our many artists, past participants, teachers, and we also present new and unique topics in the field of music and education. And Rita, thanks again for being here with us today.
It was really my pleasure. Thank you so much for the possibility to share.
It's been lovely having you here. In the time that we have left, I'd love to hear more of your fabulous playing, just a little bit more. I think we have a few minutes for that. So we have a short excerpt prepared of your performance of, is it Wilhelm Pop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Flautist.
Wilhelm Pop, Rigoletto Fantasy with Frank Reich on the piano. So I think we'll sign off here and leave you with that. And, so enjoy the performance, and everyone have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.